Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. Kylene here, popping in to do part 2 of the anxiety videos. I started yesterday with anxiety. It's all in your gut. So if you did not watch that, go back and check out that video. If you can't find it, let me know. But we talked about the underlying causes, the underlying factors in your gut that can contribute to anxiety, and I shared my personal story, my personal journey with that, going from extraordinary anxiety in the doctor's office only being able to offer me an antidepressant, which is not what was going on, and I knew that. Hi, Carrie. And eliminating it on my own through nutrition and gut health and lifestyle changes. Hi, Amy. So today I wanted to talk about, by the way, guys, I just have to show you this really quickly. I'm totally wearing sweats right now. I just recorded an interview for a summit on autoimmunity, and I stood here, and this is what you could see the whole time, and I'm wearing my sweats. But it's the benefits of working from home. It's pretty awesome. So today I'm going to share 4, I guess this could be considered nutritional, not lifestyle, but I'm going to talk about some nutritional and some lifestyle factors that can contribute to anxiety as well. So some of them might seem totally obvious, and others you might be like, what, seriously? So I'm going to start with one that is very much lifestyle and not nutritionally related, and that is exercise. And as a personal trainer and coach and everything, I work with a lot of women, and I know this is a very, 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 very common thing, and I struggle with it as well, that we think the more we exercise, the better it is for us. And while not sitting on the couch and moving and getting functional movement in your day and strength training is highly beneficial, there is a point where it can be too much, and it can actually turn into a stressor on your body, and in the not beneficial way. So, right, we know that exercise is a stressor. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Amy. We know that exercise is a stressor in a positive way. It breaks down the muscle fibers. They repair. They get bigger, right? But in reality, if you are struggling with excessive fatigue, if you get a headache after you work out, if you have an autoimmune condition, if you have a lot of gut problems, if you're like the CEO and you are just running around like crazy, or if you're the CEO of your home and you have 5 kids and you're running around with them like crazy, too much exercise, particularly if you're doing like a lot of high intensity training, if you're doing a lot of cardio, things like that, that can be too much for your body. Now, when your stress response is activated for a long period of time, hi Emily, so your stress response is your hypothalamus, pituitary, and adrenal axis, and your brain sends signals to your adrenals to release stress hormones, and one of those stress hormones is cortisol. Cortisol gives you this little boost, right? This little energy. But when cortisol is released for a long period of time, it can actually encourage you to store belly fat. And there's a lot of gut implications here as well. When you are chronically stressed, it can cause that hyperpermeability that we were talking about yesterday, leaky gut, and inflammation there, which we've already connected to anxiety. So just that one lifestyle factor of exercising too much impacting your gut and therefore your neurotransmitters in your brain, I mean, it's like this crazy thing that we don't really think about. Hi, Ashley. And everybody's super obsessed with CrossFit and all this kind of stuff. And don't get me wrong, I'm still dying to go try a CrossFit class at some point because I've never tried it. But there is a point at which you have to step back and say, look, exercising more and eating less is not helping me. And that's one of the reasons I pursued further education. I continue to learn and I continue to train my clients, is because I knew when I became a personal trainer that all these people coming to me, whether they had Hashimoto's or PCOS or chronic fatigue or HPA axis dysregulation or whatever it was, saying, how can you help me? Telling them to eat less and exercise more was not the answer, and in fact could be causing more harm than good. And I knew that from my own personal experience. We talked about how I did the 2016 physique competition with Beachbody. I was doing double workouts. I was doing workouts twice a day, and I was decreasing my carbohydrate and my fat intake. And by the end of that, I was getting extremely cranky and moody, and I lost my period for 82 days. I mean, that is an extreme stressor on your body. So, you know, that can generate in many different ways. But like I said, I was starting to get cranky, right? So you're tapping into that part of yourself where you're unable to regulate your moods, and you're causing a lot of inflammation, and it's just a burden on your body. So that's one lifestyle factor, okay? So exercising too much. Yesterday we talked about the gut stuff. Today we're talking about some lifestyle things. But food is part of our lifestyle, right? And one of the big ones is caffeine. So coffee in particular, right? We are obsessed with looking cool and going to Starbucks, and I got my double shot of mocha latte, frappuccino, blah, right? And coffee is a particular stimulant. So what it does, what caffeine does, is it stimulates those adrenal glands that we were just talking about to release cortisol. And we already established that over time, that is a problemo. But we also know that you are sensitive to coffee more or less at different times in your cycle. And we've talked about that before, but just in case you haven't heard me talk about this. Hi, Al. Hi, Abigail. So coffee stimulates your adrenal glands. And as a cycling female, if you are, let's say, in the middle of your cycle, so your ovulatory phase in between, the bridge in between your follicular and your luteal phase of your cycle, your hormones, estrogen and progesterone, are at their highest rate. Well, your liver, its job is to detoxify everything, right? And that includes things like caffeine and like excess hormones. So during this phase, you may find that if you are drinking caffeine, you're more sensitive to it. So we all know, you know, there are those days, and it doesn't always happen, but we know that there are those days where our heart beats a little faster, where we're a little more sensitive to caffeine. And that can tend you towards anxiety as well. And so you can monitor how you feel at different parts of your cycle, or you can completely eliminate caffeine, let your body sort of readjust and you know, create energy on its own. And if you are someone that has experienced adrenal fatigue or is currently experiencing adrenal fatigue, caffeine is one of those things that you do want to eliminate, because you don't want to be constantly stimulating that cortisol production from your adrenals. You want to give your body a break. So coffee and caffeine and excessive exercise can both be huge stressors and lead to that breakdown, which then leads to anxiety. The other two that I wanted to address really quickly, and these might seem obvious and they might not, is alcohol and sugar. So these are absolutely things that have been documented. Both of them can cause inflammation, can cause leaky gut. And like I said, we already established yesterday, is that leaky gut, that inflammation that causes a dysregulation in your hormones, it causes dysregulation in your neurotransmitters. And so all of that combined leads to this sort of high stress state in your body where you are then less able to respond effectively in a stressful situation. So if you are someone that struggles with heart palpitations, or you find yourself just stressed out constantly, or you struggle with anxiety or worry or mood imbalances or hormone imbalances, and you're just like, what is going on? I always encourage people to look at their lifestyle and to look at their gut. One more lifestyle factor is sleep. So sleep is crucially important. If you're not getting enough of it, you're probably going to experience anxiety at some point, because think about it. Hey Taylor, who has been like this video? If you have ever pulled an all-nighter, or you needed to get some work done at night, and so instead of actually going to sleep, you poured that other pot of coffee and you just tried really hard to keep yourself awake. Come on, if you guys are not liking this video, none of you went to college. So sleep is crucially important because it repairs, right? And we know that one night of less than optimal sleep can impact your blood sugar levels to the point of almost being pre-diabetic. So, I mean, that's how important it is. You, as a personal trainer, you can also see when people have not gotten a good night's sleep, hi Kathy, that their balance starts to go off, right? And we've all experienced what happens if you wake up one morning and you have not gotten a lot of sleep. Are you super pleasant and patient with your kids that morning, or are you a little chippy? Right? So lack of sleep can absolutely be a factor for many reasons, and it's something that throughout your health journey you absolutely want to optimize. So So I wanted to keep it short, but that's what I have for you today. I hope it's been informative. If you didn't see yesterday's video, Anxiety is All in Your Gut, go check that out for the foundation. And then I also wanted to really briefly talk about my 10-week program that I'm launching. The time to sign up is coming to a close. You only have one more week to sign up with me, and it's 10 weeks. We're going to learn all about healing your gut, balancing your hormones, and living full out. You're going to get live webinars with me where I talk about all your questions. I answer all your questions, and then I give you homework for the next week. We're going to talk about what foods to bring in to calm inflammation and heal your gut and to balance your hormones. We're going to talk about what foods to remove, things that cause inflammation and may stimulate anxiety and cause other issues. And we're also going to talk about all these lifestyle factors, and I'm going to be there to answer your questions and support you through the process. So if you have any questions, guys, it's $197 for 10 weeks. That's less than $20 a week, and we're going to dig really deep, and it can be very personalized to your experience. So let me know if you have any questions. In the meantime, hop over to Stop Dieting and Live Your Life, which is my free Facebook group, because I go in there and I answer really short, I do really short little videos answering your questions, and I've been doing that every day for the past week or so, so there's lots of resources in there. So as usual, let me know if you have any questions, drop them below, and I will talk to you soon. Happy Wednesday.